Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOHut.com, and I'm doing another quick weekly recap of MMO news and analysis for the week ending April 2nd, 2011. And as you can see from the video playing in the background, the first piece of news that we're going to take a look at has to do with Metal Assault. And the news is that as of April 1st, the game began its closed beta testing phase. And if you couldn't tell by the video playing in the background, the game itself looks a lot like Metal Slug, as the game is a 2D side-scrolling action-oriented MMORPG, and it is by Area Games. The gameplay also actually reminds you of a game called Soul Dead actually, but that's another game. Keep in mind though, even though the closed beta has begun, there is no official release date for the open beta yet. And since the game is in closed beta, you can expect a wipe before open beta. If you can't wait to try the game, definitely sign up for the closed beta on Area Games' official website, otherwise just wait till open beta. Up next guys, on March 30th, Petroglyph Games announced that their MOBA multiplayer online battle arena style MMO, Rise of the Immortals, will begin its closed beta testing phase on April 5th. And as you can see from the gameplay, which should be coming up any second right now, yep, you can see the graphics right there. And you can see from the gameplay, the game looks a lot like League of Legends and Heroes of the Earth, and that's because it is a MOBA style game, which is apparently a new genre, which is becoming more and more popular. Closed beta registrations for the game are still being accepted, and those who play in the closed beta will earn an exclusive Metal God skin for the immortal hero Lazarus. Unfortunately guys, there is no official release date for the game or an open beta date, just a closed beta which will start on April 5th. Next up guys, on March 30th, 2011, Suba Games released its March update for Mission Against Terror, the 3D tactical MMOFPS game. The update includes a host of new items plus 2 new maps. The 2 new maps include Kahadar Border Post, I said that so wrong, and Z-Link Park. New items include Suba Soaker Water Gun, get it, Super Soaker, Suba Games, Suba Soaker, anyway, Suba Light, Brick, Pig Bomb, Turtle Bomb, Noise Jammer, Royal Purple Costume, Fairy Fancy Costume, and Robot Suits. And that's exactly what a tactical MMO shooter needs, Robot Suits. Unfortunately though, these items are only temporary as they are to celebrate April Fools for Suba Games. You can still buy them in the shop, but again, they're seasonal, so they'll probably disappear eventually. Up next guys, Jagex highlights a bunch of changes for RuneScape in April. The death penalty is changing in RuneScape this April as well, at least in non-PvP areas. Players who die in these areas will be able to choose the items they retain and also keep their coins, quest-specific items, and common low-value items, making the game a bit easier. Players can also choose where to respawn, making it much easier to hunt down their gravestone in the game. This is actually one of many changes coming to RuneScape this April. You definitely want to check out the full changelog for all the details. And the video you're seeing in the background is one of the official trailers for RuneScape, and it's kind of lame. I wish they'd actually put a gameplay one up, but nope, this is their official one, and their latest one, I believe. Up next guys, on March 31st, 2011, Dragon Saga launches its Virtus Force update. Dragon Saga itself is a 3D side-scrolling fantasy MMORPG published by Gravity through Warp Portal, and the new Virtus update adds a new area in the game called Virtus Forest, which is an area for players level 45+. It features new quests, monsters, and rewards, including the new Van Cleef dungeon, not Van Cleef, Van Cliff dungeon, and the new Undead Bone armor sets. New Dragon Saga idol costumes are also available in the Big Wheel and Mixed Sport in the game. And the video you're seeing in the background is the official launch trailer for the Virtus update. Verdurus. I'm saying that wrong. Verdurus. There you go. Next up, on April 6th will be a new update for MapleStory called Christ. April 6th will add the new area called Christ to the game, and it's designed for players level 55 to 75. And the new area itself is located above Orbis, floating over Orbis actually. The boss in the area is called Xerxes, where 4 players can actually team up against him and find unique weapons and items there. This is a rather small update to the game, but I'm sure it'll keep players occupied until the much larger Chaos update later this summer. And in case you're wondering, this is an older gameplay video for MapleStory. There is no official trailer for this update in English yet. Next up guys, on April 1st, 2011, Cyberstep announced a brand new MMORPG called C21, and the game itself is supposed to be a prequel to Cosmic Break. And when I first saw the game, I thought it was the exact same game as Cosmic Break, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that made that mistake, because you see from the gameplay video, the game looks almost exactly like Cosmic Break, but supposedly the game is its prequel. Cyberstep also announced that the game will begin its closed beta testing phase on April 7th, and that'll run 10 full days until April 17th. Now, players will not need any beta keys to play the closed beta, so anyone who liked Cosmic Break would definitely want to give C21 a chance. Well guys, that's it for MMO news, but as for games coming soon, we have Black Prophecy, which began its closed beta testing phase in the US on March 23rd, 2011. Now the game is already out in the open beta in Europe, and I remember talking about this last week, but I did want to bring it up again because the game actually looks really cool, and I haven't actually played it yet at all, so I do look forward to playing it in the open beta. And the video you're seeing right now for the game is the official launch trailer for it. And now unfortunately guys, there is still no official release date for the game in the US, but now that the game is already out into open beta in Europe, I suspect it won't be too long before the game begins its open beta testing phase in the US. Well guys, that's it for this week. Yesterday was April Fool's, and a lot of MMOs had a ton of cool April Fool's jokes, which you might want to check out in case you missed. Just read the official websites. There's some funny stuff out there. I know Black Prophecy said they had like a new technology for neural links where you can control your ship with your mind. Obviously it was an April Fool's joke, but there's a lot of funny stuff out there. Now, MMOHut did not do an April Fool's joke this year. We did a fun one last year where I put out a news release on the site saying that WoW went free to play, or WoW is going to be free to play. And it was a lot of fun, but I wasn't home for most of April 1st, so we didn't have any fun jokes this year. Anyway guys, that's it for MMO news and announcements for the week ending April 3rd, 2011. Now, if you want to read about or learn more about any of the news mentioned in this video, simply head on over to MMOHut.com/news. And if you want to discuss any of the news in this video, head on over to MMOHut.com/forums. Anyway guys, this is Omer, signing off.